yo, welcome into CHGO Bets Daily, live from our houses. Look at that. It's a remote version of CHGO Bets Daily. I'm your host, Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Alongside me is Cody Delmendo, my partner in degeneracy. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. You can follow the Bets account at CHGO_Bets. We're being produced today by Sarah Fichta. And you got Cubs coming up at 11:30. We're going to talk briefly about Cubs Cardinals in London, foggy London town. And we'll talk a little bit about the NBA draft. But Cody, I know the pitchers have been announced. I did watch your little podcast with Corey and Ryan yesterday. No Luke, and you guys did a good job.
But our little podcast.
Your little podcast. What do you make of the two starting pitchers that have been announced, Justin Steele and Marcus Stroman? And you said that you're expecting them to go 1-1. So you're just going to bet on the Cubs in both games and just hopefully they hit twice? Are you expecting them to be favorites in this game? How much expectations do you have for London? Or are you just kind of maybe going to put down the DraftKings Sportsbook app and just watch?
I would expect the Cubs to be favorites in both games because the Cardinals starters are not good. Like Adam Wainwright is bad. He's been bad. And Steele's been very good. Stroh's in the Cy Young conversation. So I can't remember who starts Sunday for the Cardinals. I can look it up real quick. But I will say that the Cubs should be favored. Yeah, they're going up against Jack Flaherty on Sunday. He's got a near 5 ERA. Has a real big problem walking guys. So I'd say as far as gambling on Sunday, taking the over on Ian Happ to walk against Jack Flaherty is a lock. And on Saturday against Adam Wainwright, which in his career against the Cubs, obviously he's been very, very good against the Cubs in his career. So like I could see him just not pitching bad, especially since it's in London. It's this huge like thing going on. Like maybe he shows up and gives us a vintage Wainwright, gets the 12-6 curveball going, whatever. But he just hasn't been good, and I wouldn't bet on that. So I wish the odds were out or the stuff was out for the series, but it's not yet. So I would say that the Cubs are they're set as far as like, being in position to win those two games. They're set up pretty well, and they can, they easily could win those two games. So, we'll see. I'm told though that the ball flies in London.
Well,
and that's what kind of scares me though. But Steele and Stroman are both ground ball pitchers, so as long as they keep the ball on the ground, maybe there won't be as many, runs as one might expect. But I remember when the Yankees and Red Sox were there years back, double-digit runs for both teams in one of those games because the ball flies there. So.
Right. Yeah. There was 6 homers in the first game, and then there was 3 by the Red Sox in the second game and 1 by the Yankees in that game. So a total of 10 homers in 2 games. I don't know if it's Mexico City level, but it is insane. But yeah, 12-8 was the last game, and a ton of hits, 13-15. And then the first game, 17-13. I'm not sure if that's just the pitchers and them just not being sharp. 6 innings in the first or 6 runs by both teams in the first inning in that first game. So maybe that's something to watch too. Yes, for first run scored in that first game on Saturday, but also 19 and 18 hits on that Saturday game, June 29th. So the hit parlay should be in full effect, my friend. This should not be a worry about hitting. The White Sox will be taking on the Red Sox this weekend, and it will probably make me cry and curl up into a ball and not want to watch baseball. So there you go. Let's talk about the NBA draft. Cody, who's going number 1?
Wembanyama is minus 20,000.
I saw somebody, and they were like, my buddy who doesn't know anything about sports gambling is texting me, and they were like, well, what if someone put $100 million on Victor Wembanyama to go number 1 overall? And it's like, first off, you don't have $100 million. It's a stupid question. Like, what are you even talking about? And if that is true, that you just want to gamble $100 million away, you'd make a profit of $50,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just for my own, just for my own fun, I typed in 100 grand
right
on it, and you can win
500.
You'll win $500 if you do 100 grand.
Cody, how much do you have in savings? Let's try to make like $400 tonight.
I have like $300 in my savings. So
amen, my friend. All right, well, we can maybe get Taco Bell out of Victor Wembanyama going number one if we pool our money. Not good. But is there anything that you're looking to bet tonight? I'm not really looking to bet NBA. I'm looking at college baseball.
Really? Okay. Well, I am intrigued by like the top 3 exact order. And the only reason is because, like, obviously Wembanyama is going to go first, and then it goes to Brandon Miller or Scoot Henderson. And so some people think Miller will go second. Some people think Henderson will go second, and vice versa, whatever. So, like, you can get Wembanyama, Miller, and Henderson at minus 255, which isn't great odds, obviously. But if you flip Henderson and Miller, you can get it at plus 150. Then they have other options with different names in there. They take Henderson out and include Miller, and put some of these other guys like Thompson and Whitmore. I personally think that it'll probably be Wembanyama, Miller, and Henderson, which is at minus 255. But at plus 150, if you want that, just something to maybe make some money on. Wembanyama, Henderson, and Miller at plus 150 isn't a bad bet in my opinion. I could see it happening, but I to be honest, I haven't followed the NBA draft as much as our Bulls guys probably have, even though the Bulls aren't making a pick. But I'm just I'm looking at that, because like there's just not a lot of great props for this draft. What I mean? So you can look at 2B draft in the top 5. They have Brandon Miller at minus 20,000. Like what? Like,
and a lot of these bets too, like if you do find an edge, a lot of them just get erased very quickly. Like our guy Matt, who has hung out with us in the chat, he had an exacta for Wemby, Miller, Scoot at plus 175, and that was 2 days ago. And now that number is at minus 225 or 255. So he got something at plus 175, and so now it's at minus 255.
If you hopped on it early, congratulations.
Right. And then if you want to just kind of follow them, just have the Thompson twins go back to back and have them go 4-5. That's at plus 100. But I don't feel confident giving out picks for the NBA draft, I'll be honest.
Yeah, I mean, now I'm looking at to be drafted in the top 10. I feel like Grady Dick has a chance to maybe get in the top 10. He's at plus 220, but again, it's at plus 220. Like who knows? It's just not a lot. You could do player draft position, over unders. Like I just said, they have Grady Dick at 10.5. So the over under, the under is plus 320. So if you think that he's going to get drafted in the top 10 somehow, some way, maybe take the under at plus 320, get better odds instead of the plus 220 for just to be drafted in the top 10. So, I don't know. There's not like anything that sticks out. Everyone knows who the number 1 pick is going to be. I mean, the second overall pick, you can take Miller at minus 255 or Henderson at plus 150. Yeah, I don't
love anything like that. I mean, I know we're plus money fiends, but minus 255. I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna lay $100 on anything, Jack was asking about Victor to go number 1 overall. If you put $100 on it, you'll win 50 cents. It's good profit.
Great. Awesome.
That's 2 more quarters than you had before Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama was a spur. All right, that's going to do it, basically. I do just want to take one celebratory lap here before you have Cubs at 11:30. Make sure you tune in to Cody, Ryan, and Corey.
And Luke.
And Luke. Oh, Luke is back.
Yeah.
Glad you found him. So the Braves and Phillies are playing at 12:05 today. Aaron Nola's on the bump. And I felt good about the matchup between Ronald Acuna Jr. and Aaron Nola yesterday, but the game got delayed and postponed. So I will take, I know James Orlando's hanging out with us, over a half a home run for Ronald Acuna Jr. at plus 425, and Ronald Acuna to hit the first homer of the game at plus 800. So those are the two plays that I like. And also, I did see that LSU won last night and forced a game 3 between them and Wake Forest. It's a crazy pitching matchup, as Jack points out in the chat. Rhett Lauder versus Paul Skeens. And LSU has Paul Skeens, probably best pitching prospect in college baseball since like Strasburg. I just went to the college baseball futures after they won that game, and they didn't update them. So I got LSU for the longest odds of plus 250. And now if you go bet on LSU to win the title, it's at plus 210, Wake Forest at plus 255. So I feel pretty good that I was just like, oh, hey, I like LSU in the game tomorrow. If they win, they'll at least play Florida. So I like LSU tonight. And I know, I think right now the over-under is at 9 or 8. I'd avoid that. Maybe just play Wake Forest at plus half a run. I think it's at like minus 120. I'd lay the juice right there. So that's the final bets I have, Cody. Anything else you got for us?
Well, we're going to do the no whiffs or the no Ks parlay. I can't decide what we're going to call it anymore. So we're going Jose Ramirez and Luis Arraez under on strikeouts. It comes out to plus 159, but DraftKings is giving out a free 25% boost to everyone today. So you get a plus 199.
Nice.
And it's 4-6 on the year. So we'll see.
I like no K parlay. That's kind of
no K parlay.
Yeah, I kind of like that. That's
I got
that's
that.
catchy.
And then the Travelers Championships this weekend. And, because I came so close with Rookie Fowler last weekend, I'm going back and just trying to – I just picked someone. I hope I'm saying his last name right, but Tony Finau?
Tony Finau.
Finau, okay.
Let's go.
You get like an 18% boost. It's at plus 3,000. Got a third plus 35.40. So $5 wins you 182, just like the Ricky Fowler bet. So
I'll go with you, just taking shots in the dark in golf because it is fun. I bet on Russell Henley to do something in the U.S. Open last week, and he did nothing. I think he missed the cut. So why not just boost him to 41-1 to win? So there you go. We're rooting on Tony Finau or who's this guy? Russell Henley.
Yeah, a lot. Like I'm intrigued about Scotty Scheffler at plus 700. He had a good Sunday at in the U.S. Open, and well, he's just one of the best golfers in the world, obviously. Right. So like plus 700 is not bad. Patrick Cantlay, he's getting a lot of stock. He was like plus 1,200 beginning of the week, and now he's at like plus 650. So I mean, what do I know? But yeah. Those are the two favorites. I'd take a shot at one of those two as well. But yeah, give me the extra. We're going deep into the bag for this one, just because whatever.
Best of luck in your bag. That's gonna do it for CHGO Bets Daily. We appreciate everyone hanging out with us in the chat, and best of luck to Cody on his bets. And make sure you join CHGO Cubs at 11:30 to talk about the London series with Luke, Ryan, Cody, and Corey.
And Corey. So
and Corey.
I'll be back in 15 minutes, guys.
A full crew. So make sure you join them here on the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Follow Cody on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. And thank you to Sarah for producing the show. We will see you next week when we are millionaires due to Victor Wembanyama. See, if I ended it cleanly, it would have been Victor
Wembanyama.
Wembanyama. Bye.